So if I had to decide between Batman and Superman, I'd have to go with Batman. It's the superior title with more interesting gameplay elements, better graphics, and awesome music. Well, that's all for this episode. Check me out next time when I review...
I am Storm, Mistress of the Elements. I command you to play the NES X-Men games.
Storm, first of all, nice outfit. Second, I'm not going to be playing X-Men games just because you told me to, leather costume or not.
Nature, respond to my command. A wall of rain to ruin these games.
No, please don't ruin my chubby cherub. Okay. I'll play the X-Men games, starting with Wolverine. Alright, I'm ready to go.
If you play in the game Wolverine, you should look like him.
What? Why?
Follow my order.
No, Storm, I'm not going to dress like Wolverine. It's going to be a fun time playing this action title.
Not bad. You even got a costume with extra body hair.
Right. Costume. Wolverine, developed by Software Creations and published by good old LGN in 1991. Uh-oh, the title music sounds very Silver Surfer-ish. Well, it's the same developers. In this game, Logan is trapped on an island and must take down his arch nemesis Sabretooth by conquering several stages, each with its own theme, like water, fire, and the Spirit Halloween shop. There he is taunting you. Meow! Gonna get you, Wolverine, meow! Wolverine has a punching combo attack, which concludes with the trademark Wolverine Shin Kick of Doom! There's also an awkward jump punch, a crouching punch, and the ability to crawl, probably to the control deck to push the power button. Wolverine does have his adamantium claws that can be unsheathed with the select button to do more damage, but every single swipe will then take away a little bit of Wolvie's health bar. Why discourage using what Wolverine's most well known for? That's like having a Spider-Man game that takes off health for every web shot, or having a Zack Snyder movie without 20 minutes of gratuitous slow-mo. So the claw's self-harming is already taking some deep liberties with the character, but also the fact that Logan's super healing factor is not included in the game in any form. This stinks, especially when touching an enemy will drain the player's health quickly. Unlike most games, here there's no bounce back when you're hit, nor limited invincibility when enemy contact is made. It's a sloppy design and can mean quick death. The good news is that the player will leave off right where they died at a stage, even if they continue. So, how do you regain your strength? Why, by eating burgers and drinking beers, the same way Frank does. Enemies don't really stand out at all. While some are distinct, most of the standard ones are various uninteresting white characters with no personality, like most Let's Players. The stages themselves mostly consist of platforming and avoiding traps, like axes, treadmills, and magnets. There's even some swimming thrown in during stage 4, since we all know Wolverine is famous for his breaststroke. Here, Wolverine can find Jubilee, who will give Logan a device to breathe longer underwater. Wait, how did she even get trapped down there in the first place? She looks thrilled to see him too. Why is Jubilee so pissed?
She probably had another bad Tinder date.
Jubilee's on Tinder?
Yeah, she's always out with different guys.
Have you ever tried it?
Tinder? Once. The guy tried touching me, so I buried him in a pile of hail. You should have seen him struggle for air.
The swimming section is probably the worst part of the game, since it's annoying to try and avoid the mini propellers as well as the bubbles that will come straight for you. But you can find a yummy soggy burger if you're lucky. Yeah! There aren't any stage bosses in this game, just doors that you find to move on. Some lead to the next level, but others are rooms where you can find health items and extra lives. You'll need them since Wolverine is underpowered against some enemies. And remember, using claws is bad, and you have to be careful when getting close or else you risk getting your health drained. So a lot of the time, a good strategy is just avoidance. But if you beat enough enemies in a row, you'll build up and unlock the Berserker mode, where Wolverine will spaz out with his claws out, becoming invincible and randomly swiping with his claws. This is a double-edged sword, since the invincibility certainly helps, but stopping randomly will mess up your jump timing. Would you like to some making Berserker? There's also another strange ability. If you find Psylocke on the second level, she'll tell you how miscast she is in the new X-Men movie, but then she'll give you a device to call on Havoc via select when you are low on power. He'll then awkwardly vogue and make bubbles and restore some of your health, because that's totally what his powers are in the comics. Everything shoots white balls. White balls here, white balls here. More white balls being shot. Enough with the white balls! All these white balls smacking me in the face. What?
Hello, Storm. You know me, American hero Steve Rogers. Let's go out sometime. It'll give you a chance to serve your country, if you know what I mean.
I'll think about it. What would we do on our date, Steven?
Lifestyle's latex condoms, the official lubricated latex condoms of Marvel's Captain America Civil War. Prepare for excitement May 6th, only in theater.
Just plain Wolverine. Just plain Wolverine. Finally, at the end of the last stage, you'll face Magneto, who tries throwing rocks at you. That's not his power. To defeat him, you just have to walk up and punch the force field, and then whack Magnus a few times before he weirdly runs off like a coward. Did Magneto forget again that Wolverine's skeleton is made of metal? And just toss him away? Oh, whatever, why am I analyzing this dumb game? The final battle has Wolverine fighting Sabretooth, while your useless and lazy teammates don't help. And to defeat him, you just have to punch him gradually to the right until Sabretooth falls off the ledge. Hooray, superheroes killing! Woohoo! And then you have Logan looking at you with shame, like he's saying, I can't believe you just played through this entire game. Wolverine isn't horrible, but it's uninspired, having very little to do with the comic book material. Skip this one, please. Well, that was some X-rated fun. I think we're done now.
Oh, no, we are not.
Well, that's the only X-Men NES game that I know of.
Are you forgetting Uncanny X-Men?
Oh, please, 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 Storm, please don't make me play Uncanny X-Men any game but that.
Oh, you will play it, and you will love it.
Is it possible to be both turned on and scared at the same time? The Uncanny X-Men, published by LJN in 1989 and developed by who the hell knows? Seriously, no one really knows who coded the game. I'd keep my identity hidden too if I coded this mess. This is part of the interactive video games series. Interactive's not a word. I think it's trying to combine entertaining and interactive, but this game barely qualifies for either. This overhead action title consists of 4 selectable stages that can be played in any order. Movement and attacks happen in the 4 main directions. The goal is to travel and transport around various areas of the stage via portals to find 2 keys to open doors to get to and defeat the enemy boss. After that, the player has to collect a data disc and then escape from the level in a limited amount of time. Players select a team of 2 X-Men for each stage out of 6 possible mutants. Each has their own strength, speed, and endurance, along with willpower, which measures how long they can stand playing Uncanny X-Men before destroying the game with their abilities. 3 of the X-Men have melee attacks, all punches, and 3 are ranged. There's also additional powers for most. Iceman has the ability to glide around and Storm can fly similarly, holding B. And Nightcrawler can walk through objects. But using these powers will drain your health and kill you, so there's no point in even trying them really. What's with these X-Men games not wanting you to use the powers and abilities? Good thing that didn't happen in the comics, or else they'd never have gotten out alive past the first issue. Storm, did you ever hurt yourself using your powers?
Well, actually, one time I was in the danger room and
Hey now, I've had just about enough of this broad. I don't think it's right for you to be here with him, Missy.
Ned, where are you going with this?
Your kind isn't welcome here, see? Trying to live alongside us good, wholesome folks. You dirty, slimy, filthy...
Ned?
Mutant!
Whew. Okay, Ned. Whew. I thought we were going in a different direction for a minute there.
What? What did you think I was going to say?
I thought you were commenting on Storm being beautiful. Yeah, that's it.
Aw. Shut up and play the game.
After selecting the 2 characters, play will begin, and my god, is this an ugly, primitive-looking NES game. If it's single-player mode, the computer will control the second X-Men character, who will attack randomly left and right, not really defend themselves well, and only sometimes actually follow the human player's path. Usually, they'll be killed within the first 15 or 20 seconds since they're absolutely useless. You can switch between the characters via select, but then of course that will leave the other X-Men team member open to attack. Because of this, it's best not to even bother to try and help your teammate. Just choose one of the 3 X-Men with a ranged attack and select one of the melee characters as a computer to get killed off quickly to get out of your hair. To make matters worse, your character's health bars aren't shown on screen. What? So you have to awkwardly pause the game to see where you're at. And while there is an alarm to let you know your character's health is low, it shouldn't have to be that way, and by that point it can often be too late. Thankfully, defeated enemies will drop plenty of items to replenish health, grant limited invincibility, freeze the enemies, and destroy all the enemies on screen. But then there's the annoying magnets. How do they work? By freezing you in place for enemies to prey on you. I can see this maybe making sense for the metal skinned Colossus or Wolverine with his adamantium skeleton, but otherwise it's just not necessary to add a freezing landmine into an already clunky game. Can we talk about the enemies? Can we? Please? Pretty please? They're uninspired and have nothing to do with X-Men. Like centipedes, spiders, butterfly bats, monkey robots, pathetic looking droids, vacuum robots, and aw, look at the mouse.
You know what happens to a mouse when it gets struck by lightning? The same thing that happens to everything else.
Did you just use that same line that you used in that first X-Men movie?
What? What's wrong with that?
It's a terrible line. You always talk to your enemies like that?
Sometimes.
It's redundant. It's pointless. It's like me saying, do you know what happens when a piano falls on a kitten? It's obvious. Oh my god, all you cornball superheroes. Does Cyclops also say
Silence!
Yes, ma'am? Most of the game's enemies will not be a problem, but some will stick to you and ping-pong you around, not allowing you to easily defend yourself. At times, you can go from full health to death in mere seconds. And the blue balls! Oh, these blue balls! Blue balls! It always has to be blue balls! I'm always dealing with blue balls! Yes, I know you're looking at me like I'm a weirdo! The entire presentation is substandard. The stages look terrible. The graphics are weak and at times it's tough to even decipher what areas the player can and cannot walk on. Oh, do those stairs lead anywhere? No, they're just random decoration. The music drones and was probably thought up while the composer was humming in the shower. The gates and force fields are the worst. They randomly close or activate, which can kill the player instantly. It's an absolute crapshoot, so the only way to be safe for sure is to grab the invincibility power-up if it's around and go through then. But then you can forget about the computer being able to make it at all, because they can't grab power-ups and they're dumb. The game's a buggy mess. Sometimes the gates won't open even when I have both the required keys to move on. And sometimes the enemy boss won't even show up when he should. And sometimes I'm randomly given the computer disk for the stage when I should not have been. Oh my lord! This is rivaling Action 52 levels of ineptitude. Nothing in the design works here, especially the final hidden stage. The manual and the box art allude to there being another stage with Magneto, but it's nearly impossible to figure out how to access it. Want me to try and explain? Okay. So when you defeat the 4 main stages, you get a different message after each one. However, if you defeat 30 special enemies in each stage, collect the data disk, and then get out in time, the same message will then have some words printed with a red font. If you defeat all the stages this way, you can then decipher the full message, which reads, the last mission can be reached from the mission screen by pushing select and seek the advice of the label to make it to the final mission. Redundant phrasing aside, I'm not even sure what that means, do you? No, of course not. So you have to figure it out. The label of what? Is it the label of the cartridge? Let's see. Wait, I can't see, because to do that, I'd have to take the game out of the NES and search on the label for what it is. If you take out the game, on the lower right corner of the cart label, in 0.3 font size, it reads +B +up together with start. So, after some Sherlock deduction, that means to access the final Magneto stage, you have to press select +B +up and start. Well, that's fantastic. But guess what? I just powered off the game to figure out the code. And the code only works if you have retrieved all the data disks from the first 4 levels. So that means you have to play through this horrid game again in order to put the code in to get to the final stage. The worst part? None of this process is documented anywhere. Not the special message, not the 30 special enemies required to unlock that red special font, nothing. It's not in the game, it's not anywhere on the box, and most importantly, it's not in the manual. Oh, shut up, you demented gremlin. What the hell is this? I shouldn't have to be Charles frickin' Xavier to psychically learn how to beat a video game. This highly obscure bullshit wouldn't be acceptable even for a game like Super Mario Bros. 3. But why would you want to play through this disgrace of a video game anyway? Fuck! Uncanny X-Men could be the worst officially licensed NES game in the entire library, and that's saying a whole lot.
Oh, come on, Wolvie, it's not that bad.
Oh, you want to play with me? You want to try some two-player action?
Oh, you can call me Aurora. Let's do it! X-Men Assemble!
Wait a second. You guys don't say that.
Sure we do. We say it all the time.
No, I'm pretty sure it's those other guys.
Don't question me.
I read comic books.
Let's go, Logan!
I'm coming, Storm! Say, Aurora, showing off a bit of skin. Why don't you wear that revealing costume anymore?
You're lucky I'm here wearing anything at all. Wait, what?
Again with the dumb gates! No!
My baby! Ah!
See? Told you this game blows.
Let's run it back.
You got it, babe. Aurora. Your name's Aurora, not babe. You can fry me with a lightning bolt. No, I'm stuck again! Fluffernutter!
I'll avenge you, Logan! Ah!
Told you it wasn't a good game. What's going on here? Whoa, wait, what are you doing? No! Well, you did it. You killed my TV.
That feels better. What?
You look ridiculous, bub. See? Told you this game blows.
Let's run it back.
Alright, let's run back your accent. Because it disappeared there.
Let's go, Logan!
I'm coming, Storm!